Okay, students, the chapter which we're going to do today is Earth, Sun and the Moon. So the first topic here is Earth. Now Earth is the planet in which we are living. So it's a very beautiful planet. Amongst all the planets in solar system, Earth is one of the most beautiful planet. The reason is because it sustains life. There are no other planets in the solar system which sustains life except Earth. And we also have a very important and unique substance in Earth which other planet don't have. That is water. Now Earth revolves around the Sun, and that's the reason we are getting different seasonal change, and it also rotates on its own axis, with the help of which we experience day and night. Now Earth was found many billions of years ago. It was mainly found due to the clouds of gas and dust. So slowly after the formation it starts cooling down, and that's how Earth structure was formed. But from inside the Earth is still very much hot. So we see the structure of Earth as it's shown in the diagram. It's not exactly spherical in shape. So what's usually the shape of Earth is quite not spherical. It's flattened at the poles. So poles are this region at the top. So they are flattened at the poles, and at the center it's at the center. So at this area the planet has quite a bulging. So it's not so spherical. And the diameter of the Earth, diameter means the distance from west to east, the line which divides Earth into two halves, the diameter of the Earth is 12,000 kilometer, and that is also that line is also known as the equator. And Earth was formed 55 lakhs years ago. So that means Earth is quite very much old. And the distance of Earth from the Sun is 150 kilometers. So it's quite a long distance. Now the structure of Earth. So as we have already discussed the structure of Earth, Earth is divided into three very important parts: the crust, mantle and the core. So the crust is the outermost part of the Earth, where you see the mountains, hilly regions, plains, valleys and all the oceans and all you see. That's the outermost part of the Earth, and that's known as your crust. Now you have the mantle. So mantle mostly it consists of hard rocks. So it consists of magma and lava. So it's the area which is below the crust. So it also contains some of the important gases or substance. You see silicon, oxygen, magnesium, iron, aluminium. So these are all the substance which is present in the mantle. Then we have the core. Now core is the central part of the planet. So it's at the center of the planet. It's inside the planet, the central part, and it's quite very much hot. So it consists of the two layers, the outer core and the inner core. So usually at the core, since it's very hot, the elements present out there they are in liquid or your molten state. So elements usually present out there at the core are your iron and nickel. Now we are going to see some of the interesting fact about the planet. So you see whenever we are seeing the Earth, only 30% of the Earth consists of the surface. That means out of the planet, 30% or the 30% part of the Earth, or you can say 1/4 of the part of the Earth is land. And that land, they are divided into 7 different continents: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America and South America. Now the remaining 70% part, it consists of mostly the ocean bodies, water bodies, which consist of some very important oceans whose name are given out here: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Arctic Ocean. And you have some very important seas out here. So mostly all the 70% of the Earth consist of water bodies, which also include some layers, some areas, I mean some seas and all. So they also have some sheets of ice which are from the Antarctic region. Now we have 30% of the 30% of the earth as land. Now out of those 30%, it's written here 20% of land is desert. That doesn't mean out of 30% 20% is desert. It's not something like that, okay? So here you have some issues with the percentage. So from the portion of land we have, if we consider that 100%, from there 20% is desert. So if we directly convert the percentage, that means out of 30% of land, 6% consists of desert, and the remaining 24% is your normal lands. So usually now next point, now area near the equator are very much hot and it rains constantly out there. So some of the countries like Brazil and all, it come under those area. Now at the poles they are very much cold. Now second topic or another topic is the sun. Now sun is one of the stars of the solar system from where we get the natural light. So it is situated at the center of the solar system. Now the distance of earth and the sun is very much long. So as you can see out here, you can see the distance out here. It's like 15 crore kilometers. So it's a very long distance from earth and the sun. Now sun is the only source of light and heat in our solar system. So mostly all the heat and the sun heat which we are getting on the earth is from the sun. And we are seeing the diameter of the sun, it's 13,92 kilometers. So diameter means against the part which divide the sun into two halves. So it's very much big. And it says that the earth, the size of the sun is 109 times bigger than the earth. That means we can say that inside one sun 109 earth can fit. Now the reason why the sun is very much hot is because of the most two important gases, that is hydrogen and helium. So hydrogen, it is packed inside the core of the sun, and because of constant high pressure they are converted into helium, with which large amount of energy is also released. Now those energy we get it in the form of light and heat. Now the temperature, it's very scorching hot out there. So as you can see the temperature, it's like 1,56 lakh degrees Celsius. So it's very hot at the sun. Now the sun was also formed millions of years ago. Now it mostly consists of two gases. So your hydrogen and helium are the main component of the sun. Now the sun temperature at the surface of the sun is 6,000 degrees Celsius. So at the surface, at the top layer of the sun, the temperature reaches somewhere around 6,000 degrees Celsius. And you have some cooling area, like you have some patches areas around there in the sun, which is slightly cooler, but it's not habitable for us. It's slightly cooler than the other portion. Those portions are known as your sunspot. Now sun, sometimes it releases a blast of energy that is known as your solar flare. Now next one is moon. So moon is only the natural satellite of the earth, and it revolves around the sun. It revolves around the earth. So if we compare the size of the moon with the earth, it's quite smaller. That means it's written here, the moon is about quarter the size of the earth. So that means 1/4 part of the